Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Valerie Harris, and this is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out series, guys, that airs every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. And guys, you know what? I designed this series just for you, just to encourage you, just to inspire you, and to empower its listeners to do what? Step up and step out of your comfort zone. And as an author, life purpose empowerment coach, and business consultant, I love helping women leaders and entrepreneurs to build a business that will create financial freedom, live a healthy lifestyle, and be able to leave a legacy to their families. And so this evening, we have a guest this evening, an up and coming new author who is a co-author in a new book named Influencers Stepping Out in Boldness. And her name is Renita Courtney, and I'll be bringing her out in just a few minutes. But for the first time, when you become an author, it allows you to share your unique perspectives, insights, and ideas. And that's exactly what we did in this new book that we created together. All 8 of us, we took joy in what we did. When you write in a book or you become an author in a book, it positions you as a thought leader within your industry, and it will distinguish you from your competitors, and you're able to attract the attention of your peers, other customers, and even the media. And so our guest, like I said, is Renita Courtney, who is an inspiring new co-author in our new book, Influencers Stepping Out in Boldness, and I will be bringing her to the stage right now. Hello, hello, Renita.
Hello there. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Can't complain.
That's good. I'm so glad that you decided to join us on the show today. And we're just going to talk leisurely about a couple of questions that I'm going to ask you that I've been asking all the other new co-authors and those that are already authors questions. So we're going to dive right into the questions. How about that?
That sounds good.
First of all, before I even start, how did you feel when you were approached to even write a chapter to become a co-author in a book? How did you feel at that moment?
When you first asked me,
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked and I was a little nervous right away because I thought, oh my gosh, can I really do this? I knew that it was something that I always wanted to do, but I kept putting it off, putting it off. But then I was so humble because I was like, well, wow, Val thinks I can really do this. And the Lord had already told me this is what he wanted me to do. And
Listen.
I just didn't do it. So I said, you know what? This is confirmation. And I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step right up to this challenge.
And you did it, girlfriend. You
And I
did it.
did it.
Yes.
And I did it. And I
Yes.
did it.
Yes.
Yep.
So how did you approach the writing process for your chapter?
Well, the first thing I did, well, of course, I didn't know what I wanted to write. So I decided I was going to have to sit down and do an outline. And when I did my outline, I really had to pray about it because I had an idea what I wanted to do. But I said, let me ask God what he wants me to put in this chapter because I want it to be effective and I wanted to touch people and I want them to feel encouraged when they read it. So I prayed about it. My outline really helped me.
Okay. Okay.
Really, really helped me. But I had to trust God in this.
Yes.
I really had to trust
But
God.
it's definitely a faith walk when you're writing, because you do want to encourage somebody. You want someone to pick it up and something great happens in their life from the story that you tell. That it
Exactly.
will inspire them to do that. They have greatness inside of them, that they can do something as well. It might not be that, but something powerful that God wants them to do in their life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the next question I was going to ask. So you mentioned that you used an outline. And
Yes.
so did you use any other strategies also? And did you let your ideas flow organically? How was that?
Well, I did try. I tried. I started writing, and actually, I was trying to let my ideas just come. I said, okay, what am I going to do? And the more I just did that, I got confused. So I
Okay.
said, you know what? I need to take another approach. So I decided to actually use my outline that I was talking about. I sat down, I wrote it twice because when I first wrote it, I was like, I don't know, this is going to do what I wanted to do. I don't know if this is going to meet the needs and is actually going to be effective with people. So that's when I started. I really had to say, Lord, what do you want me to put in this outline? What is going to touch the lives of the people that are going to read this? And that was the approach I took. I came up with, and I started writing. And then I got writer's block because I
But that
started.
happens. That a lot of times that happens.
Yes, I got writer's block. I started writing and I just stopped. And I was like, okay, this is not flowing the way I wanted to. So then I went
And what
back.
did I tell you? I said, listen,
Yeah,
leave it
you
alone.
told me, you said take a couple of days and just think about it. Just don't think about it and just relax.
Relax.
And when I did that, when I came back after a couple of days and I actually sat down and looked at my outline, then it started flowing and I knew exactly what I wanted to put in there. I just had to critique it and make sure that it was going to flow. That was the main thing.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So that was one challenge, the author's block, where you just couldn't think about what it was. That the writer's block happens to most people. So you're not alone in that area. So other than that challenge, did you encounter any other challenges that you were able to overcome? Because you were able to overcome that writer's block.
Not really, because once I overcame the writer's block and I started writing, and I really had to focus on myself, not doubting myself. Yeah. Because I felt like, is somebody really going to want to read this? That's what I was telling myself. And then I was thinking, okay, Lord, I know I had to go to some of my encouraging scriptures, where one of my favorites is 1 John 5:15, where it says, if you ask anything of God and you know that he hears you, you know that he's going to give you whatever you ask.
Absolutely.
I kept saying, and I said, Lord, you know what I need to write. So I'm just going to listen to you and I'm going to follow your plan. And I did. And that's when everything fell into place. And I was so comfortable doing it after that. I enjoyed it.
You found your space in it.
Yes. And
the thing of it is, I tell people, when we rely on him and it's not us, he show up every time and he will direct our steps and our path in a way that he would have us to go.
Yeah.
But we yielded because you gave it to him. So
yes,
we want whatever we do, that he will get the glory out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think, what question are we on?
That was number 3. I haven't gotten to number 4 yet.
Okay. Because I'm just talking. I want to make sure I stay with you.
You're good. So the next one is, were there any sources or references or research that greatly influenced your content or your ideas as you were writing?
Well, I mainly went back to my encouraging scriptures that kept me focused. And I had read Yolanda Adams' book some time ago called Points of Power.
Oh, yeah.
And she had a quote in there called, God uses the unexpected in our lives so that we can learn to totally depend on him. I felt like this was unexpected, totally unexpected to me. So he made me in this process depend on him.
That's right.
And that reminded me of that quote that she put in that book, that he uses the unexpected in our lives so that we can totally depend on him.
Because it was already a desire of yours.
Yes, it was.
The only thing you hadn't done was stepped out to do it.
Exactly.
And so when those things come to us, the things that we pray for, the dreams that he give us, if we don't move on it, it just lays dormant. So you made the conscious effort of saying yes.
Yes.
You made the conscious effort of saying.
And I thank you for including me in this group.
I thank you for saying the yes, because it wasn't about me, but it was what's inside of you.
Yes, exactly.
The greatness inside of you, that the world needs what you have to say.
Yeah.
So can you share any insights into your writing style or the technique you use that help you to be the most effective while you were conveying your message in the chapter?
Well, I realized when I was writing that I went back and looked up, because I haven't done any writing lately. And I said, well, when I looked it up, I was using my personal thoughts and my opinions, and that was being subjective. So I used some subjective writing.
Okay.
I also used some narrative because I used some of the things that I put in my chapter were based on real events.
Okay.
I just didn't use names or anything like that, but there were events that impacted me.
Okay.
So I did use some subjective and some narrative writing both in this.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a station break, and I'll be right back and pick you back up in a moment.
Okay.
Think about this. Embracing your passion will give you the drive, new mind shift, and motivation to leave a lasting legacy that will positively impact future generations. Imagine having the confidence to pursue your passion while stepping out with purpose, unlocking your hidden potential. Here at Stepping Out with Purpose Company, we create clarity by cultivating a brand that offers the necessary tools, resources, strategic planning, and training to help women leaders and entrepreneurs to succeed in their personal and professional development. And working with us, our clients successfully gain stability, become more resilient in facing challenges and obstacles, expand their mindset, and are open to new opportunities that create multiple streams of income. We do this by offering a leadership development coaching program, business consulting, book collaboration and publishing, speaking, and the Stepping Up and Stepping Out series talk show with Talk Time Val. I am Valerie Harris, and I am the CEO and owner of Stepping Out with Purpose. And guys, like I said, today we're interviewing Renita Courtney. And as you can see, the beautiful picture of Renita here. And this is the book that she's a co-author in. And I just want you all to just give a shout out to her. Her name is Renita Courtney. This is her website, her email address. If you want to get in contact with her, she would be glad to talk to you. And this is also the link here that you can go to even purchase the book directly from her. So I'll be running this across the screen as we're talking during the show. Okay. All right, then. All right, Renita, we're back.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure people know your name, know your website, and we're going to run that your email and your link where they can get the book directly from you across the screen as we continue to finish talking about the few questions that I have left to talk to you about. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So overall, what did you learn about yourself during the process?
During this process, I realized that if you have a dream, you need to go after it and not doubt yourself. And it helped me to realize that I have more inside of me, and I got another one on the way. The Lord is already speaking to me about another book.
All right.
So I just needed that push. You have to be reassured. You have to have confidence in yourself, and you have to I say, pray and ask God what it is He wants you to do, and He will show you. Yes. He'll speak to you and tell you exactly what to do. I had go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to say I had an amazing experience. Even this morning, I woke up and I was lying in the bed, and the Lord was giving me titles and giving me things to write and all of this. And I should have gotten up and written some of it down, but I
told you to keep them phones by
you. You did. But I didn't. I just didn't get up. But I feel like because I know He gave it to me, I'm going to remember when I actually start writing it again.
Okay.
Yeah, He started giving me more things to put in my next book already. So I'm just going to trust Him and do it because I knew it was coming. I knew it was there. So I just want to encourage anybody, if you know this is something you want to do, step out and do it.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself like I did. Just step out and do it. And God will show you, He will direct your path and tell you exactly what to do.
Yes, He will. And see, the enemy's job is to what? Kill, steal, and destroy.
Yes.
And so when we have those negative thoughts, we must remember right away that that's not God, that is the enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens.
Yes, all
He
things.
gave it to us. It's up to us to catch it and run with it or not. It's on us. Yeah. Because we have so much potential that's been hidden that it needs to be unlocked. And so all it takes is a push, accountability partners and people that are in the same mindset and people that will encourage you to move out and do the things that God is calling you to do. So I'm glad that, you learned that thing and that he's already talking to you about another title.
Yeah. I tell you, I mean, I've had people tell me before I should write, and I just ignored
it off.
I just brushed it off and just ignored it. They've given me other things I should write about, but for some reason, it's just the way this came about, the way you approached me, and the things you were saying, and you were so encouraging to all of us. I said, this got to be God. This got to be God telling me, look, you need to go on and do this. And I am so excited that I did. I am so happy.
I'm excited for you. Yes, yes, I am. I'm excited for all of us,
Yeah.
So now that your chapter is complete, what aspects of the writing experience did you find the most rewarding?
Well, I love the writing process. I loved when you actually, I've seen people. You've seen movies where people are writers and they sit down and they write, and then sometimes they have to stop. The process of stopping and then starting again and it flowing, that's so exciting. Because once you start flowing, you don't want to stop because it's just coming at you.
It pours out of you.
Yes, it does. And even the challenges, and I'm hoping that that everything I share, my challenges and my joys, would encourage someone when they read this chapter. Even if you're not sure what God wants you to do, just decide to go ahead and do it, pray about it, and do it. Ask him whatever plan he has for you, you want to fulfill it.
Yes.
And if you tell him that, he will direct you and help you to get it done.
He's our teacher. He's the best.
Exactly.
Teacher.
He is. And he will guide you in it. And you won't have to hear about what am I supposed to do? He's going to guide you. Once you give over to his will, he'll guide you and help you do it.
Yes.
Guide you and help you do it.
I love it.
All you got to do is ask.
You got to ask. That's it. It's all asking.
Seek him and you'll find it.
Yeah.
And you knock at that door when you start praying, God help me.
Listen.
He will answer your prayers and he will do it.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. I love it. So would you encourage others to tell their story if they got the opportunity to do so?
I would encourage anybody because everybody has a story. If you sit back and think about everything that has happened to you in your life, it's some way you can put that on paper and somebody would read that and be encouraged. Because a lot of people don't know what you've been through. They see you and they say, oh, wow, she looks this way, she acts this way, but they don't know what you've been through. And if you could get that on writing, it would encourage so many people. You'd be amazed, and go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in my chapter, I did from the classroom and beyond. So I'm hoping that all my experiences I had with not starting off wanting to be in the classroom and then ended up in the classroom, how God just worked through that whole situation in my life. I'm hoping that will encourage somebody else, that's not sure if they want to be a teacher or not, because God gives you experiences before you even start your career. To help
puzzle pieces are steadily being put together.
Yes.
The puzzle of our life. And every aspect of our life, they're still being laid down.
It
was already designed before the very foundation of the earth. But
exactly. He already knew what we were going to do.
Yeah.
It's just us giving into his will and saying, okay, what is it that God really wants me to do?
Yeah.
And just doing it.
And especially being in the classroom with students for as many years as you were in there and as many years as I was in there. We didn't think about the fact that we were influencing our students
Wow.
until later on in our life. We just thought, realized we were doing the job that we were doing, but the influence piece and even the people that influenced us that we work with, all of that played a part. And we really didn't even think about the essence of it and how important that was until, later on in our lives. But we made an impact on those babies, those kids that we work with.
And, a lot of times when you do things, I think about now, when I was teaching, I was doing little things on the side, like teaching my children how to knit and crochet, how to knit basically. And we were giving items to Salvation Army and the homeless. And to think now that I'm actually in charge of a knitting group, we call ourselves the Tri-City Twisted Stitchers.
Okay.
And then I'm in charge of the prayer shawl at my church. And all of that started back then, but I didn't realize that was going to be a part of my life now. So see, God has everything set up for you, and sometimes you don't realize it until you're in it.
That's right.
I
didn't realize, like, with the teaching and all the other things that I learned how to do, I would have never thought I would be doing this right now.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I always knew you were good with technology. I knew that. You used to teach us the technology.
So I mean, it's a love of mine, and it's a passion, and I love showing people how to do it. And people think, well, I'm worrying you. No, if you don't know how to do it, I don't have a problem with sitting with you and showing you how to do it, because I'd rather that you get that thing. So I mean, it's just something that I loved doing when I was doing it. And I talk about that story in my chapter, the influences pathway, because of how I was influenced with technology when I was not interested in it at all. Because I felt like the typewriter that we used in high school was good enough.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's just amazing how God just orchestrates your life. If you give him a chance and you actually look back over what has happened, I loved teaching when I was teaching.
Yeah.
It was such a wonderful experience. I enjoyed it. But when you think about everything that you did and everything that happened, how it manifests itself later on, or everything I did is manifesting now later on in our life, So,
well, Renita, I thank you so much for coming out here today and just talking about your experience of becoming a co-author. And now you got more books in your mind. Look, listen, I just see it. I already knew it. So, I mean, I knew what God was saying when, he was directing me to those to ask about this project. And I just thank God for all of you ladies, because you were champions. You all were just on it. And I enjoyed every moment, of everything that we did together. So
I enjoyed it too. I'm glad you asked me.
Yes.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to start on something else.
All right, then. We'll talk in a few minutes.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys, that was Renita Courtney. And listen, she's fired up and excited and ready to write her own book. Look at that. Look what God is about to do. So, guys, I would love for you all to go to my YouTube channel. And, I tell you all this every time I come out here, is to go to that YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stepping Out with Valerie Harris. And listen, if you want to be a guest on my show, all you have to do is go to www.talktimeval.com and sign up to be a guest. You can sign up to come or to join my Facebook group if you like. I want you to come out here and be on this show with me to talk about some of the things that's going on in your life. Because like I told you at the beginning, this series was designed to inspire, encourage, and empower someone to do something to step out of their comfort zone and unlock those hidden potentials that's already laying dormant in their lives that they're not moving in. So that's all I have for you today. And it was wonderful coming out here with you today. And Talk Time Val is about to sign out right now. And I will be, guess what? Talking to you a little bit later. But I need to take something off the screen before I go, because sometimes, y'all, I be forgetting to move stuff off the screen. So you just bear with me. But anyway, I will be talking to you a little bit later. Talk Time Val signing out.